Abi biri chiqdimi? Qarang, zapisni bossam sizda rek yozuv chiqib qolmayaptimi? Mana bosdim. Chiqmadi. Chiqdimi rek? Ha, o'rtada turadi. Ko'ryapti. Okay. Bo'lmasa zapis. Anaqasi chiqibdi. Ulardan tablo chiqdi. Общий plan nima qilasiz?
Raqamaydi, shunday gaplash, bir minut yozib beraman-da.
Boshlanishni olaman.
Ha, boshlanishini olib beraman.
Va chiqishida olishim.
Ha, chiqishini olib, 5-6 tani atakan olib bering.
Ataka pulida. Haligi ko'p şey.
Shu kerakdi. Bir minut olib bering. Ana už ji učit. İkinci kamera zor shot. İkinci kamera.
We are back, people, for our first playoff match. We have men's Kyrgyzstan and Mongolia about to get underway here in Tashkent. This is the 5th, 6th playoff. When they met this morning, Mongolia got the better of the Kyrgyz. They'll be coming back with a vengeance, the Kyrgyz. Only a couple of tries to their name to this weekend, one of which coming against Mongolia. They'll be hoping for a few more over the next 20 minutes. Kyrgyzstan to get us underway here. Kochman Betov with ball in hand. Not quite, sorry. Chinibekov with ball in hand to get us underway. First playoff match is a go. It's a high, short ball taken in the centre by Mongolia, well wrapped up by the kicker himself. Mongolia managed to get out wide. Bit of a grabby tackle, and Mongolia have passed themselves out of bounds. Number 10, Suvd Erdin, banging his head in frustration at not knowing where he was. It'll be a line out to Kyrgyzstan, Erlan Tashmamatov to throw in. Scrum chosen. I think it was a forward pass. They had the option. Last time these two met this morning, the Mongolian scrum was all too strong for the Kyrgyz. I expect we're going to see a very similar result here. Strong push, but kick pass keeps ball in Kyrgyz hands. Loose offload, knocked on by Mongolia first. Another scrum down, Kyrgyzstan exactly on the halfway line. Kyrgyzstan will be happy to have retained the ball from their first scrum, following a pretty brutal showing in the first matchup between these two. Again, they managed to get it out, trips, falls, fights to his feet. Referee said he was held, penalty on the Kyrgyz 10 to Mongolia. Mongolia play quick. They launch it out wide, and he beats him on the outside. That's number 3 in for the first try of the playoffs. Bat Ochir for Mongolia with the scrum cap and even more protection underneath. Passes the ball to his teammate Enk Bat, who will try and add another 2. He does with ease. 7-0 in the first minute to Mongolia. Our referee for this first playoff match is Khalib from Pakistan. He's letting this game flow, hoists it into the air, tap back by Mongolia. Loose bouncing ball, finally in Mongolian hands, they spin it wide. Good feet into the try scorer's hand. Does he have the speed on the edge? I think he does. Once again, Bat Ochir in for a quick brace to start this playoff match. 12-0. Tough kick here for Enkbat. Just outside the 15. He's definitely got the legs. Whether he's got the accuracy, we shall see. It's a good nudge right through the middle. Enkbat's got to be happy with himself there. Not 124, but 14-0. Burns is opposite number 6, Dyakanov. Argen Dyakanov unable to catch the Mongolian. 14-0. Referee Khalib from Pakistan just making sure everything's proper before we get this restart from the wonderful kick of Enkbat. Again, he plays a deep one into safe into Kyrgyz hands, and he's storming down the middle. Dyakanov. Release, I didn't see one. Referee says there was, it's holding on. Good steal there from Purevnyam. He spins it wide. Batochir is waiting once again on the left wing. Do they need him? It's a bit of a high start in that tackle. Advantage given. Bit of a fumble there. Go back for the high tackle inside the Kyrgyz 22. Tap and go, surely. They go right. Centre ball. Number 10, a bit of a hitch kick, and he's straight slicing through Shuvderdin. I believe the most prolific try scorer hands the ball over to probably the most points scorer of Mongolia for a quick 21 lead. It's good from Enkbat. Fast start from Mongolia. Kyrgyzstan a little bit shocked here in the playoff. Destined here by the looks of it to 6th place. Number 10 not getting his number 10. Shuvderdin gets the best of number 10 from Kyrgyzstan, Rakhimov. Good kick just over the 10-meter line. Fumbled. Play on, advantage. Play to the whistle, as always. Slicing through the middle. Once again, Bat Dorj is in for a try, and it's already looking rough for the Kyrgyz here in Tashkent. Relentless, the Mongolians so far. Enkbat to add yet another 2-pointer, 8 points for himself. Lovely little draw and pass there, I believe, from Purevnyam after he won the penalty for his jackal. Enkbat with a wonderful restart last time. He switches it up and goes left, deep, finds grass. Kyrgyz not prepared for that. Recovering is number 18, Uranbek Ulu. He shows and goes. He shows again. A little bit of a good step and a wild pass picked up by Tashmamatov. Speed on the edge by number 6. Dyakanov streaking away. I think it's been flagged as a foot in touch. He's going to be devastated not to get a try for his national team in a playoff match. Touch judge calls foot just on the line, I think. Throw in to Mongolia just past their own 10-meter line. Throw is good, take is good, loop is looking good. Nice ball to first receiver. Bounces off one, draws in another, finds out wide. Batu Cheer is probably waiting. No, it's not. It's number 12, Bazar Surin, and he's streaking towards the end zone to add yet another Mongolian try. Looking to get it closer to the sticks. He taps down to make it 33-0 in this first half. Bit of chat between him and the defender. Nothing coming of it. Kyrgyz tries to make up. Shrug of the shoulder from Bazar Surin, sorry. Enkbat looking to keep his perfect conversion record in this playoff match. He does, just about, sneaks it inside the left post. 35-0 in no time at all. Kyrgyzstan destined for the wooden spoon here. Half-time called, 35-0. Blistering start in the blistering heat for the Mongolians. Very little ball in hand for the Kyrgyz. Couple of passes string together, not much else to speak of. Following this match, we will have another very short break. We have to keep to schedule, and because of the Kyrgyz women pulling out of the tournament due to a few too many injuries, they will not be partaking in their own 5th-6th playoff against Mongolian women. So we'll have a 20-minute break before the home country of Uzbekistan look for 2 third-place medals. First in the men's against Pakistan, and in the women's against India. Getting back into this playoff second half, no time to be wasted. Number 6, Enkbat, will be looking to add yet another score. Another successful restart in this 5th-6th playoff. Perhaps a little early on the edge by the chasing number 3, Bat Uchir. Spins it wide, flat as you like, good tackle, scything down Mongolian. Number 7 at the base of the rough, Perevnian. Ball was picked up, no offside called. Again, a good shopping tackle there from number 9, Kochman Betov, forcing a knock-on in the ruck, and Kyrgyzstan will have a bit of ball to play with here in the second half. So far the Kyrgyz scrum has held up far better than their match this morning against the Mongolians. In the first match it almost seemed as though the Mongolians preferred a Kyrgyz scrum than their own, causing chaos. Short little bit of attention on number 6, Enkbat, the kicker. Enkbat, after a perfect kicking display, 5 tries, 5 conversions, 10 points to his name, comes off after leaving his side in a very good position. Big Mongolian scrum again. They steal the Kyrgyz ball. and scything goes. Number 10, touchdowns in the end zone. That is Suvd Erdeen for yet another try. I think his second this game. He will look to add another 2 points to his 5 with ease. No flag from the referee there. He must have gone wide. I think he'll be happy nonetheless, seeing off a couple of defenders. He gets us restarted again, Suvd Erdeen, although this time far too far away into touch. Kyrgyzstan, tap and go, might get the first opportunity at ball in hand in the opposition half at the halfway line on the spot of our Pakistani referee. Kyrgyzstan assess their options, tap comes from Kachmanbetov, and again they look for a quick kick. They kick pass backwards once it gets a bit erratic. Tashmamatov breaks one, sets up a good position, but they have gone back about 10 yards, if not more. On the edge of their own 22, they look to play a bit of a hashed kick. Bounces just before it goes out, not on the full. It'll be a Mongolian throw-in at the halfway line. Channel being set just inside enemy territory for the Mongolians. Number 5, Bat Dorj, will throw. Suvd Erdeen to be lifted, no contest, clean as you like. Quick ball to the first receiver. Big hit coming. He managed to chop him. Batochir. Bazar Surin takes 3 Kyrgyz to bring him down. He's not yet down. No maul called. He presents nicely after drawing in many Kyrgyz defenders. Ball is spread out wide. Comes inside. Looping pop pass out to the edge. Big contact. Looks for the steal, ball comes loose. Suvd Erdeen cleans up. Mongolia will look to solidify this after taking 4 Kyrgyz players into the breakdown. A spread out left should result in a try. A little dummy line opens a bit of space. The Kyrgyz repulse the attack on the goal line, pushing back a couple of meters, pick and go, and it's a successful one from Porevnyam, getting his own try here in the playoff, tapping it down and looking a little bit threatening. However, he resists, hands on hip, saunters back to the centre. Suvd Erdeen most likely to pop this one over with his long flowing hair. Not quite, we have someone else to give it a go. I think it might be number 1, Ganbat. All good from Ganbat. Getting a little bit feisty. Although the Kyrgyz aren't biting. They're just here to get better. Don't think there's any need for that from Porevnyam. He's having a good game, there's no need to ruin it. Although a good strong pick and go from the number 7, leaving many a Kyrgyz in his wake. Tap and go here for Kyrgyzstan. They wait again and assess their options. Is it going to be another tap? No, they're choosing the line out, and this could come right towards me if it's a good one. And he chooses tap. They move out right. Tashmamatov passes pre-contact. Suvd Erdeen over that one quickly. He gains a solid jackal, tap and go. Kyrgyz retreat 10 just about. Chops him down. Number 2, Erkem Bayar taking the gap. Erkem Bayar getting his first try of this playoff and taking Mongolia past 50. Kyrgyzstan not really able to retain ball phase after phase. Yet another high scoring game not in Kyrgyzstan's favour. Mongolia rushing back to the centre, they want more. Shuvderdin with ball in hand, with his long hair and his long kick. Not so much this time, short and straight into the hands of Batu Chir, looking for a hat-trick. Bounces off a couple, he'll maybe get to his feet. No, he chooses to present, reset the attack. Shuvderdin skips it on, bounce pass. Ooh, it's a bit of a horse collar. Play on. Bazar Shurin powers through, many a tackle, pops to his left, offloads. Shuvderdin touches down for yet another Mongolian try. He'll probably give this conversion a go himself. Probably still a couple minutes to go here in Tashkent in this first of 6 playoffs. However, the next one will not go ahead as Kyrgyzstan's women have had to pull out of this tournament. Mongolia most likely coming 5th in both categories. Kyrgyzstan falling to 6th in both. That's a wonderful kick. Not the work of Shuvderdin. No matter, it's 59-0. Kyrgyzstan's tournament is over. They will take home the wooden spoon. Not a win to their name, only a couple of tries. However, by far the most inexperienced and youthful team at this tournament. They should not be going away with their heads hanging. They should be happy with what they've done. They've come up against some of Asia's best. And maybe the scores don't show it. The Kyrgyz should be happy with their little trip west. Mongolia will be too, to not come last in both the men's and the women's. Batu Chir starting off this rout of a 5th-6th playoff with a little brace of his own. Shuvderdin getting at least a couple of tries and a couple of conversions. Strong fend off, leaving the likes of Rakhimov in his wake. Lovely pop pass here to let in Bat Dorj to get on the scoreboard as well. Most of the Mongolians, I think, got a little touch, if not a try, in that game. Bazar Shurin getting one of his own in the first half. It brings both Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan's tournaments in both categories to an end. Mongolia having a solid performance against much more experienced and developed squads like India. They put in a very good performance yesterday, only losing by a couple of scores, getting a couple of scores themselves against who were originally probably considered one of the favourites, India, who will be facing Sri Lanka in the final of the men's. As I say, we'll take a little break now. Kyrgyzstan women will not be participating in this tournament, therefore Mongolia will have an automatic 20-0 win in the women's. There will not be a 5th, 6th playoff for the women's, I repeat. We will have a 20-minute break or so to keep on schedule. Next up, after our no-show game, we will have Uzbekistan versus Pakistan in the men's 3rd place playoff.
Keşeden beri. Kahve kalan mıyız? Operatörden bulamıyorum. Şu şikayet koyuyor. Kokam mı? Artık da onu sahanı minus tamaları var. Müzik gecesinde kızlar gol yaptı.
Pakistan, Uzbekistan, our next game, but we will be taking a little 20-minute break to keep on schedule, missing the 5th-6th women's playoff between between Kyrgyzstan and Mongolia. Mongolia with the automatic win of 20 points to 0. Mongolia going home with 2 5th places, Kyrgyzstan going home with 2 6th. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the build-up towards this next game, Pakistan versus Uzbekistan. See you then. Not a game beginning here, that's just the Pakistan team warming up. They'll be on in about 15-20 minutes. Whilst we have a quick little video for one of our sponsors. 5 minutes to go until our next game. That will be our third place playoff. You can see on our screen Pakistan versus Uzbekistan at 3:50. Starting in about 6 minutes to be precise. Uzbekistan and Pakistan played yesterday. Uzbekistan came out on top 26-5. However, Pakistan have been getting much better as this tournament has progressed. It's going to be an interesting one. The home side is going to want to come away with some sort of silverware. The only way to do that is win this next game to get bronze. Pakistan, as I say, they've been improving as this tournament has gone on. They really pushed India this morning in the first round of fixtures until India just tipped it at the very end and secured that win by about 8 points. Following the men's third place playoff, you will see the women's, as again Uzbekistan will be participating. However, this time in the women's it will be against, I'm drawing a blank. There we are, India, of course. India getting a very good win at the death over rival Sri Lanka. However, Sri Lanka still progressed to the final on points difference over Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan unfortunate not to get a chance against Kyrgyzstan today. Kyrgyzstan pulling out, meaning Uzbekistan only got a 20-point automatic victory over Kyrgyzstan, leaving them with a points difference far behind Sri Lanka, who managed to put 79 on Kyrgyzstan yesterday with no reply. 4 more games of rugby, 4 excellent games of rugby to come. I really couldn't tell you who is going to win any of these. It's a real toss-up. Uzbekistan now just getting into our makeshift tunnel. Pakistan will be joining them in just a second to come out onto this pitch in about 25 degrees, as you see now. President of Uzbek Rugby, Rustam, with his players. Wonderful man, hosting our tournament here, working with federations across the region, or regions I should say, Central and South Asia. Now 12 countries joining this new CASA Confederation, alliance I should say, signing a memorandum of understanding on Friday afternoon at the University of World Economy and Diplomacy here in Tashkent. 12 nations took part in that signing ceremony. 7 nations have brought teams here to Tashkent in this hot May day. Pakistan will be joining in a minute, about 3 minutes until we're supposed to kick off. We've been running like clockwork so far, accounting for a couple of missed fixtures as the Kyrgyz women have pulled out. Kyrgyzstan not able to continue due to multiple injuries in the women's, leading to automatic 5th place for Mongolia. The Mongolian men had a rout of the Kyrgyz team in the 5th place playoff about 20 minutes ago, 59-0. Pakistan in their last little huddle off the pitch. Empowering, passionate words, I'm sure, being said as they come and line up next to their opposition, the hosts Uzbekistan, for our first 3rd place playoff. The men are going first today. Uzbekistan will be playing India in the women's after this. Here we go. We'll have Pankaj from India, the referee today, to get us underway. Pakistan versus the hosts Uzbekistan. It's going to be a close one. As I said yesterday, Uzbekistan got the better of them. However, Pakistan improving game by game. This is going to be a close one. It looks like the hosts Uzbekistan will get us underway. Muhammadinov with his high contestable balls, likely to put a lot of pressure on Pakistan as this game gets underway. Here we go. Bit deeper than usual, taken in to contact by Harun from Pakistan. Good hands to start them off as they take it into their own 22, but quickly getting out with some speed. Bangash, the speedster, cuts inside, offloads well, although fumbled by number 4, Raza, the versatile scrum half. Knock on deep into enemy territory for the Uzbeks. Not so deep, perhaps on the 10-metre line. Kalandarov, the elusive 9 to put in. Uzbekistan have had a pretty strong scrum so far this tournament. Kalandarov with a safe as ever set piece. Sokolov in the centre. Attracts in Bankash on the wing. A bit lateral from Uzbekistan, but invites some defenders, bringing in some space for number 4 on the edge. Another Sokolov takes into contact. Referee blows. High tackle. Penalty, tap and go on the 22. They play wide. Mukhamaddinov, little twist and turn inside to Sokolov. Sokolov plays nicely off the deck. Rock about 10 metres out. Sokolov releases on the edge. We have number 5, a 2-on-1. It's Shirley. He goes himself and he gets it himself. Number 5, Kolyakulov, takes it over to open the scoring here in the third place playoff. The home team draws first blood. Mukhamaddinov to add the extra 2. He's got a wonderful restart. Does he have a wonderful conversion in him? Left-footed, curling it in, curls it too much. Wide right. Kolyakulov could have given a gimme to Sokolov, chooses to go himself, powers in for the opener. Mukhamaddinov again looking to put a high contestable ball in for Uzbekistan. Again, a little bit deep on the Pakistani 22. Well taken, well wrapped up by Sokolov. Sergei this time. This time, Ilya Sokolov with a diving challenge on the knees. Advantage given. I think no wrap in the tackle. Pakistan playing in their own 22. I think his advantage is still going. Bangash draws and passes well. Contact taken on the edge. Good flip inside. Keeps it alive. Raza secures. Khan, number 6, skirts and passes. Bit low, bouncing ball, loose from Pakistan. They cleared it up just about. Sadiq on the edge, takes it 1-on-1. They secure that near enough. They've gone coast to coast, but no ground made. They bring it back to their own 22. Raza slings it to Bangash. Bangash draws in the winger, puts in a nice pass, but it's just not caught correctly. Knock on given offside as well. It will be Uzbek penalty near enough the halfway line. Very close to me here on the touchline. Uzbekistan are, I think, going for the corner. Ilya Sokolov with ball in hand. Looks like he's going to kick down the line. Puts a bit of banana twist on it. Goes out only about 10 metres further down the line. Tight angle for him, to be fair. A couple of subs here after the first few minutes. Ref calls time. Couple of substitutes, couple of conversations. Time back on. Or perhaps there's an issue with the ball. I think it might be a little flat. Looking for a substitute. Kalondarov with the throw. Clean line out, good tip down, first receiver takes well. Ilya Sokolov trips, but the loop around comes. They have an edge here, nice little flick inside. Uzbekistan playing well, evading contact until now. He dumps one on the ground and he pops over the next. Ilya Sokolov back on the ball, he dummies and goes, dragged down. It's back into Pakistani hands. Number 8, Harun, requires a couple of Uzbeks to take him. Pakistan playing in their own 22. They opt to kick this time. Ilya Sokolov with pressure on. He picks up well. Jaunts down the right wing. He jaunts right into touch. Hands on head. It's an awfully hot day. Tired after the first 4 or 5 minutes in the first half here. Pakistan line out just into enemy territory. Number 10, Afzal, with the throw-in. He's got a few tall options, significantly taller than the Uzbeks. Sergei Sokolov disappointed to be getting pulled off just as he would have been lifted. On comes number 13, Imamov. Bit of a loose line out, but gathered in the end by Pakistan. Loop around. Afzal takes it. He misses one nicely into the hands of Khan. Makhmedinov with a good challenge, but Bangash with a great line. And he's going to take it under the post and probably take the lead here. First try for Pakistan. Great carry down the right wing by Khan. Support was brilliant from Bangash. Afzal to take the lead here. It's good. And Pakistan already bettering their score from the first outing against Uzbekistan yesterday. Lovely inside offload. Bangash coming on at pace as ever. Afzal, after taking the lead, will hope to play a contestable high ball here. No, they choose grass instead. They go deep, pinning Uzbekistan into their own 5-metre line. Bit of footwork, just about breaks one. A loose ball in their own line, and it goes dead. Pakistan going to have the advantage here on 5-metre scrum or not. Referee calls half-time. Pakistan will be disappointed they don't get another shot at making it a 2-score game. Good first half from both sides. Back and forth. Pakistan will be pleased to go in up, but they'll be treating this game like it's 0-0, I'm sure. Firm words from the coaches. They've got to stay relentless in this relentless heat. Mohamed Dinov, his kicks so far have been a little bit too deep. Uncontestable for Uzbekistan, which so far in this tournament has really helped them get ball on hand in this limited time format of rugby. Lovely try here. Khan inside to Bangash. Bangash has at least got a try in every game, I think. He's playing very well this weekend with that distinctive headgear of his. Afzal to get us underway in the second half of this first third place playoff. Following this, we'll have Uzbekistan, India in the women's. It's a high ball, so high I can't see it from the 10-time end. It's a great restart and a wonderful acrobatic take from Uzbekistan. Wonderful strength there from number 2, Machonov. The try scorer takes it into contact. It's a good looking jackal from Pakistan. The referee agrees. Mudassar, the big man, has got a chance at tap and go. They wait a little bit, wasn't sure about the spot. They'll take the contact in. Harun goes hard. It's a quick jackal, and it's a successful one. Again from the try scorer getting involved, Kolikulov. Good hands on the edge, and he might have the speed to take it all the way. He's been chased down and he's tripped himself. He's looking for the offload. He takes a one-handed long one. Sergei Sokolov goes down the wing and I think he's in. He is. Uzbekistan take the lead once more. Sergei Sokolov, disappointed in the first half to get substituted off. He shows his worth here in the second half. He's going to attempt to add to his own score. It's a tough kick, but it's an important one to make it an unconverted try ahead. So far this weekend we've not seen any drop goals or penalties, and it's looking good. Ref disagrees, it's a little bit wide right and short, to be fair. 10-7. Machonov, too fast for his own good. He can't keep his footing, but he finds the offload to a quick Sergei Sokolov. Sweeps in to take the lead. Mukhmatmedinov plays it deep. Haroun gathers well under pressure. Afzal plays a sweeping ball across the face of the 22. Bangash is on it and he's picking up pace quickly. He switches inside. Pakistan rumbling up to the halfway line. They're held up here. He can't get the ball out. Ref calls maul, turnover, not going anywhere. First one I remember, some words between the Pakistani and Uzbek players, nothing coming of it. Ref calls time for a couple of subs. Pakistan frustrated not to release the ball, but good to see a handshake and making up. That's what this tournament's all about. Scrum down, Kalandarov to put in. Uzbekistan ball. Kalandarov comes out left. Safe hands in the Uzbek half. Machonov driven back into his own half after very briefly advancing. Sketchy passing, still in Uzbek hands. They just about keep it alive. No contact yet. No offload coming. Yes, there is off the deck. Kalandarov with a big fend, dropping Pakistan to their knees. Mukhmatdinov losing a boot in action. His trusty left boot, I think. Nice switch inside. Sergei Sokolov, the most recent try scorer, tries to get to his feet, just about does. Buy some time. Hitch kick in the middle. Little grubber through as well. Advantage for a late shot. Brings it back to a penalty. Uzbekistan around the halfway line. We're getting deeper into the second half. They'll take the ball from where it landed, although that would be with a scrum, not a penalty. Couple of subs to come. Uzbekistan, as it stands, going home with bronze. But this game is on a knife edge. The big man Sajjad taken off. Kalandarov once more with the put in for an Uzbek scrum on Pakistan's 10-metre line. Score is 10-7 to Uzbekistan. He breaks one, he can't break two, but he finds the offload and he scampers down the right wing. He's going to make it a two-score game here. It's number 13, Imamov, with a vital try to extend Uzbekistan's home lead. Uzbekistan 15, Pakistan 7. It's a two-score game. Pakistan are going to have to get two successive quick tries if they want to have a chance at taking home bronze this weekend. Mukhmatdinov with a powerful but wide kick. He'll return to the centre to restart this game. Great patience. Khan just lost whether to go with the pass or go with the man. He doesn't choose either, and the man goes. Imamov scampered down the right wing and took a vital lead. Muhammadinov deep into Pakistan's half. Amir Shahzad powering it forward a good 20 yards. Pakistan ball in hand in their own half. Khan on the ball, he takes a step inside, fends off one, bounces back to the left. He's still going, he's going to have to take contact to the ground. Kalandarov fighting for that ball, doesn't quite get it, recycled by Pakistan. They bring it right with the odd coloured boots in the centre. Ooh, jumping hit there. Referee calls penalty on Pakistan. Pakistan have an overload on the left. He shows and goes. Kalandarov in defence. They had an overload of 4-1. No penalty advantage anymore. They skip it back left. He might have an advantage here, but they cover well. Khan cuts and is dragged and held, and it's intercepted brilliantly on his own 5 metre line. The try scorer, Imamov, saving the day once more. They run it out of their own dead ball zone, but then are pushed back. Pakistan scrum on the 5 metre line, carried back by Muhammadinov. Pakistan scrum, they're going to need to score pretty much straight away if they want a chance to go again. Big scrum. Pakistan need to keep a solid set piece if they want a chance at taking home bronze this weekend. Good looking hook. Crash ball coming from Khan, but it's a bit loose and it's lost. Good hands from Muhammadinov, and he shows and goes on Bangash. They have the man on the outside. Bangash is a speedster. I don't think he's going to let him go all the way. He's got him. Muhammadinov scampers and curries. No clear release there from Bangash. He's off his feet. Sergei Sokolov with ball in hand taps and goes. He blitzes on the outside. He might go all the way to secure the deal. I think he will for his own brace this game. Sergei Sokolov, him and Imamov, the heroes of this Uzbek squad. Sokolov cheering in front of home fans at that end of the stadium. It is all but over here in Tashkent. The home time coming for Uzbekistan. Sergei Sokolov substituted in the first half. He was not happy about it. He takes a breath before converting his own try. It misses, but I don't think it will matter. Referee calls full time, and that is it. Bronze medal to Uzbekistan. Pakistan will be disheartened after taking the lead 7-0 at the start. Or 7-5 at the start, I should say. Uzbekistan did open the scoring, but briefly Pakistan were in the lead. But alas, it will have to settle for 4th place. Pakistan. Don't go anywhere. We've got a cracking showdown between Uzbekistan and India in the women's game coming up. I'm not sure if you can hear me over the horns blaring here in Tashkent. The Uzbek are out in force now for the women's third place playoff against India. The fans are truly here now, the dignitaries are here, the flags are waving, the temperature's rising, not just in terms of Celsius but fever amongst the fans. A successful Uzbek men's squad go home with a bronze medal. They take in the sounds of their national pride here in home of Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan. Not only have the sponsors helped us, but the fans and the culture too. Here come the women of Uzbekistan out to horns blaring and flags waving. India, however, will be looking for quite the upset against a home side that was just pipped into the final on points difference by Sri Lanka. Uzbekistan are going to want to show their worth. However, India, the only side to beat Sri Lanka in the group stage. Here we are at a raucous Tashkent Stadium, hosted by the Ministry of Defence, with support of many a sponsor, including the University of World Economy and Diplomacy, where this alliance of Central and South Asian rugby has come together here in Tashkent in this sunny May day. I don't think the horns are going to stop, so you've got to try and listen to me over this. Uzbekistan are going to get us onto the way in white against the Indians in blue. The horns conclude for now. Referee puts his hand in the sky and we are getting underway. Let's have it. Deep ball onto the Indian 22, well gathered. Chanel Grizzle crashes once more into contact. No clear release, but it's a rip. It's given. Uzbekistan already have it. Number 2 with the steal, Yuldasheva. Powering down the right is the Nauruzbayeva. Stopped in the 5-metre channel. Held up, but just about fights the ground. Yuldasheva plays 9. First receiver comes in again for the loop. She's breaking already into the 22 of India. Good seal off. 10 bounces to the head, Rizmatova. She breaks away, and then Uzbekistan open the scoring again in a semi-final. And the horns begin. Conversion no good. 5-0 it remains. Uzbekistan to get us back underway here after taking a quick lead. Good turnover by Yoldasheva, leading to a number 10, Ruzmatova, on the left wing. Couldn't get it quite under the sticks, making it a difficult conversion that ultimately missed. Bit of a hash kick, but it bounces awkwardly for India. Gathered again on the 22. Chanel Crizel, good, draws in two, offloads. Yoldasheva all over the place, tackling one player after another. Hansa from the deck. India now looking to get a bit of ball in hands. Mahak, the speedster. You can't give her space or she'll do this. She might go all the way. She will once more. Mahak burning Rizmatova, the try scorer, on the outside to take India under the post and most likely take the lead. 5-all as it stands. Hansda probably going to pop this one over, take an Indian lead here in the third place playoff. Should be a formality for Hansa. It is. Takes a bit of water on before she returns to the centre to get us back underway with our restarts. An excellent kicker, Hansda. And Mahak, an excellent try scorer once again, speeding down the wing. You cannot afford to give her any space. She must be up there for one of the top try scorers this tournament. Fumbled backwards by Uzbekistan. Abzieva fights well to buy time and finds ground. Uzbekistan playing halfway into their own half. Hansda drags down Uzbekistan. Finds a gap, plays a handoff, well chopped, but nice pop inside, it's just dropped. Offside called. Now Rizbaeva taps and goes. She's powerful, she's not got the most speed, but she's found her partner Abzieva, who takes it well into India's half. Drums banging as she rumbles on down near enough to 22. Yangi Baeva playing against six players, I should say, as an Indian receives treatment around the halfway line. India playing with 6 players. Solid defence by Mahak. Yoldasheva driven backwards by India. Rips coming. It's taken by India. Although again called offside. They'll have a central tap and go on the opposition 22. Yangi Baeva shows left, goes right, crashing comes. Naurizbaeva, it's knocked on, I think. Hansda collects. It's going to come back for the knock on. Scrum down, India on their own 10 metre. Well, no, sorry, 10 metres from their own try line, I should say. Central scrum, it's a penalty or a free kick at least. Another touch by Hansda, forcing that ball into the scrum. Can't be doing that, can't be given an opportune tap and go here for Uzbekistan. Whereas Metova shows and goes herself straight from the tap and go. Uzbekistan take the lead under the sticks. 10-7 Uzbekistan on home turf. India rallying straight back into a receiving position. Both teams right up for this. Important kicks to be made though. Abzieva has missed. No good, leaving it as a 3-point game. got to be making those gimme kicks. Otherwise, a try will suffice. You don't even need the conversion. That's for India. I mean, Abzieva cannot be missing those. Urasmetova hands it over to Abzieva. Hopefully her restart is better than her conversion attempt. Probably going to stick India back in their own 22 as she's done already today. It's a deep one that's found grass. It might go out in the 5-metre line. A lot of pressure put on India straight away after Uzbekistan get us restarted. Referee marking a channel just outside the India 5. It is an India throw-in, but under pressure here to play with it. First receiver setting up pretty much on the goal line. And Shika with the throw-in, well taken, but a second pass is pretty poor. It's gone backward, referee says plays on, hands the kicks to grass. It's chased pretty well by the speedster Mahak, pressure's on Uzbekistan. It's well secured by Uzbekistan. They take it on the Indian 10, bring it back to around the halfway line. Well stolen, but ref says in from the side from Anshika. Improper tap lets Uzbekistan down. It would have been an Indian scrum, but we go into the break. Uzbekistan up by 3. 2 unconverted tries to India's converted 10-7 at the break. Hansda to get us underway here. Kalum, the referee from Sri Lanka, will raise his hand now. Hansda with the kick. Uzbekistan well taken, although flirting with the sideline straight away. Pops inside well, recycle very well. They've secured the ball. Abzieva breaks a tackle but then loses it in the pass. It's a bit open, knock on given in favour of Uzbekistan. No longer just the fans from the army and the civil service. There's quite the crowd here taking relief in the shade at this military complex of the Ministry of Defence. Couple of substitutions in the scrum for India. On comes number 12, Sweetie Kumari. She'll go in at tight head. Uzbekistan put in. It's clean, she scampers away from Hansda. Abzieva, first receiver, takes contact but finds the pass off. Now Rizbaeva brushing off a few, but drops it in the meantime, and Hansda picks it up quickly and off she goes to take the lead for Uzbekistan. Sorry, pardon me, for India. 12 points to 10. India back in the lead here. We've had 4 changes of lead so far. Uzbekistan, India, Uzbekistan, India. Hansda adds the extras for her own try. Putting her name in the hat for player of the tournament, I would say. Although that kick's a bit short. And it's going to be a tap and go for Uzbekistan at the centre. Down by 4, an unconverted try will do. Abzeva's going to get us restarted here. She puts it on the ground. Risking no tap and go nonsense. Double switch onto the edge. 5-meter channel, Uzbekistan play. Rizmatova plays it to Abzeva. Abzeva slings it centrally. Switch coming, now Rizbaeva, the bruiser. She finds a space in the middle. She's probably not got the legs to go all the way. She's covered well. Finds a support line, and once again we have a change in lead. 15 points to 14. Rizmatova in once again. Uzbekistan on home turf take the lead. Flags going wild, drums banging. This is the last outing for Uzbekistan on home turf. The men taking home bronze in the previous game. Rizmatova to add to her own tally. She's missed. It remains a 1-point game as the Sri Lankan referee marches back to the central. Restart point. Good breakaway again by Naurizbaeva. Patience with a little chest pass to Rizmatova, who scores under the sticks. However, Uzbekistan have squandered 2 gimme conversions. It could be a 5-point game, but instead we're looking at a 1-point game. Abzieva in the center to get us underway again. Short kick, not gone 10. India tap and go at the center. No time to waste here. Rima Orion back on. Good crash ball. They find the offload as well. Sweetie Kumari tackle just on the edge of the 22. Uzbekistan try and counter ruck. Ref calls a penalty, I think, off their feet in the counter ruck. Rima Orion looking for support. She twists, she turns, she finds one. We've got an overload on the edge, but well jumped in Uzbek's defence. Sweetie Kumari carries. She's a little bit isolated. The jackal can't get there. Rima Orion at the base of the ruck. She slings left, a bit high. Well gathered. But again, isolated India. Referee calls offside. There's no one in front of her. She's going to just scamper away. It's knocked on. She tried to play at the base of the scrum, but at the base of the post, but it did not come. It's a knock on at the goal line from India. That would have been enough to tip them over. Instead, it's a pressure scrum to Uzbekistan on their own 5-meter line. Uzbek defence not in position, but managed just to scramble back in time. Pressure's on here for Uzbekistan to secure their own ball. They're probably not going to exit, they're going to want to play. Good, Abzeva's streaking away. She's got an inside player. She chooses to go inside herself. Can't get the offload. She'll take it down near enough the halfway line. Nurbaeva again taking in many Indians with her. The try scorer, Razmatova, on the edge. She's not going to have the speed herself, but she finds the inside pop till Yoldasheva, who's been everywhere this game. Razmatova picks up herself from the base of the ruck. She's got a support line outside her. She dummies and goes, brings it to the Indian 22. Good looking jackal there. Nothing coming. They're both off their feet. Straight off her feet, referee says. Tap and go, Abzieva, not from the mark. Referee Kalum from Sri Lanka not happy with the mark of Abzieva. She's slowly playing with this point lead. She's going to have to go otherwise. Yep. Razmatova slings it to the hard carrying Nurbaeva. And we might have a clincher here in the corner. Number 4 goes, and that is Orozbaeva to make it a 6-point game. A conversion here will seal the deal, and yet another bronze to Uzbekistan. It might be time anyway. Although I'm sure Abzieva will take every second she has to take this conversion. There she is, Abzieva. Clock stopped for an injured Indian. Ref calls time on the game anyway. There's no need in a conversion. It's 20 points to 14. Uzbekistan just missed out on a final on points difference, but they are over the moon with yet another bronze for the home nation. India will be disappointed after beating Sri Lanka in their final group game. Around goes a wheel of Uzbekistan, water in the air, drums banging, horns blaring. Well-deserved victory for Uzbekistan as soldiers and flags go streaming across the pitch in pride. There they are. India will of course be disheartened, losing within a score to the home nation. Uzbekistan well deserved, having missed out on the final. Both the men and the women take home bronze as the drums blare. But don't you be going anywhere. We won't be seeing any more of Abzieva and her wonderful restarts, or Razmatova and her try-scoring ability. But we will be seeing another showdown of India and Sri Lanka in the final of the men's coming up next, followed by Sri Lanka, Kazakhstan in the women's. A great effort from Mahak, one of the players of the tournament in my mind. Disappointing for her to come home fourth. But Uzbekistan once more get the better of India as they did in their opening game yesterday. Razmatova and Urazmatova there, number 9, getting on the score sheet. Hansa, another player putting their name in the hat for player of the tournament. Scoring tries, assisting tries, making kicks. Nurbaeva, a hat-trick in her first game against India. A lovely assist here to put Razmatova right under the sticks in the second half and take the lead for the home side. Minute or two here and we'll have the men coming on for their final as the women from Uzbekistan do a lap of honour as they so deserve. Chants of Uzbekistan from fans and soldiers alike in support. Smiles on every face. Bit of dancing going on too. Well deserved from the home side. Sri Lanka, India for yet another showdown in the final of the men's tournament here in Tashkent. The Uzbek men and women celebrating their bronzes together. There'll be a trophy ceremony to follow our two finals. But first, let's have the finals. India versus Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka getting the best of India this morning in our group stage matches, our round robin tournament. However, India showed great progression throughout this tournament. Large golden trophy will split the two finalists as they come onto this turf. Refereed by the Kenyan Lawrence by way of the UAE. There we have it, a wonderful tall trophy. Nerves and excitement. Rustam, the president of Uzbek Rugby, waving them on in orange on the right. Sri Lanka the favourites following this morning's matchup, but do not think it's a foregone conclusion. This is going to be a feisty one. We're going to have a bit more of a ceremony in these finals as the teams line up. Flags in hand for India. All the players, more than just the starting seven, on the pitch. Sri Lanka getting a flag of their own. Some fantastic rugby awaits us, I'm sure. Players to watch out for. One easier than most is Akash Madhusanka with his long curling mullet and blistering pace and formidable size. Well, the Indians with the likes of Kumar Roy and Kishore Maji will be right up for this.
Bir. Раз, два, три.
Bit of a delay before we get underway. National anthems playing for each side. India first as their national anthem plays here at the Ministry of Defence Sports Complex in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Up next, Sri Lanka. Following the anthems, they go into a quick huddle before we get this final underway. Sri Lanka the favourites, but it's going to be a close one, I feel. They had a game this morning where Sri Lanka pipped them. But India are more than capable of righting their wrongs as they take their last huddle as a team here in Tashkent. India women just missing out in third place against a spirited home team of Uzbekistan. Indian men looking for an upset here in the final against an undefeated Sri Lanka. Surya Bandara to get us underway here in the final. Well taken, high ball, and he's breaking away. India are. Good couple of offloads to start this final, and down the right wing goes Singh. First phase well picked up off of his shoelaces. Slapped in the tackle by Pereira. He gets it away. No, he doesn't. He keeps going himself. Strong clear out. Referee sees a knock on at the base of the scrum. Ruck, sorry. It'll be an Indian put in about halfway in their own half. Captain number 19, Shivam Shukla, going to be here at loose head and hoping for a big push statement of intent to start this final. opposite the large Delusha Dange of Sri Lanka. Clean set piece for India. They run it out of their own 22. Good ball in front. Sri Lanka scrambling across. 2 needed for the ruck. They take it blind. Pereira gets the tackle in. Ball still in play. Second man there, number 11, Kishore Maji with the steal after scampering across from playing 9 at the put-in of the scrum. India working their way into opposition territory, opposition 22 even. Singh slings it centrally. Kishore Maji with ball in hand, he switches it inside. Bounce pass, Singh's on the ball again, swings it wide to the big number 18, Dagar. He's going for the corner, I think he's got there, he has. India take the lead in this final. I believe they took the lead in their match this morning, however, Sri Lanka, spirited in reply, got the better of them in the end. But a good start for India. Kishore Maji runs over to collect the ball, looking to add 2 to Dagar's try. No, he won't. In fact, Rajan Rawat will take it from just outside the 22. Clock's got to be ticking here, and he hooks it completely. Barely left the ground, that one. 5 points up. India start us off here in the final in Tashkent. Restart on its way, high arching ball retaken by India. Great restart. Kishore Maji has it centrally, brings it into Sri Lanka's half, switches. Rajan Rawat scampers, he gets an offload in. Shukli, the captain, barges in, takes in 2. India looking to double their lead. Kishore Maji cuts back to the left where they have numbers. They have it narrowly though. Rajan Rawat takes contact. Dagar at the base of the ruck, passes on to his captain. His captain gets it to Kishore Maji. Kishore Maji releases. No, he doesn't. Referee does not like what he sees. He tries to get back to his feet without fully releasing. Penalty is quickly tapped by Sri Lanka. They finally got some ball in hand and a bit of speed as well. He's dragged just about with the support lines there from Pereira, and Pereira's racing off to the try line, and he's got there. Most likely going to be taking the lead. Sri Lanka don't miss these gimmies when it comes to conversions. Gayan Pereira streaks away from the halfway line, passing it off to Cavadu Costa, who will add 2 for sure from the 5 metre line, and that will be the lead. Again, got to be careful about the time here. I've seen a few this weekend take too long and the referee will call it off. No worries there for Cavadu Costa. He'll walk back slowly with the lead. Pereira is a name you ought to get familiar with. Not only do we have Cavadu in the men's, we've got 3 very strong Pereiras, all unrelated surprisingly, in the women's game for Sri Lanka. High ball to a lonely man. Cavadu, no, sorry. It's a lovely cut and it's on the edge. Sri Lanka looking to respond to their try with yet another. Once again, it's Ramitha Himasha with the try. Drop ball, I think, from Kishore Maji of India. Gifts Sri Lanka a 7-point lead. Cavadu Costa looking to add 2 to make this one a 2-score game. Cavadu Costa from the 5-metre channel. It's a mighty kick. It's got the legs. It's got the accuracy too. He makes it a 2-score game. It's a brilliant conversion from Cavadu Costa. And it's 14-5. Kishore Maji's got to be kicking himself for that one. Drops it off the restart. Himasha cuts outside, beating his opposite number, Singh, to the edge. We've restarted here. Sorry, I missed what happened there. Penalty given. Shukli, the captain, takes contact. India got the ball on their own 10-metre line. Kishore Maji takes too long. He's caught by the edge players of that ruck. Sri Lanka now have it in enemy territory. Cavadu Costa running it straight. Taking it blind, he thinks again. Slings it centrally once more. Sri Lanka avoiding contact as best they can, looking to keep that ball alive. However, they're forced into a ruck once more. They play left. They switch it back, another switch going left. Sat down is Singh. Ref calls high tackle. Sri Lanka will just take a breather there. They have the penalty about 30-35 metres from India's try line. They tap. They just assess. They don't go too fast. Bit of a hitch kick in the centre. A switch coming. Pereira switches outside. Soisa loses it forward. Play on, says referee, who's about to blow, but he says no. Rawat slings it left. And it's fumbled forwards. Advantage coming to Sri Lanka. It was a decent pass from Rawat, just not taken cleanly, and it should come back for that original knock-on. Or it should come to a conclusion the first half of ours here in the men's final. Sri Lanka 14, India 5. India got the go-ahead, but two quick successive tries from Sri Lanka extended it to a 2-score game. 14-5 here. We'll have a minute as the referees discuss in the centre at half-time. A wonderful exhibition of rugby here. Tries from Gayan Pereira and Ramitha Himasha, following an opener from Hitesh Dagar, leaves us at 14-5. India are not done yet. This final is not done yet. 7 minutes is a long time. Kishore Maji disappointed to drop that one and gift Himasha a try, although Singh's probably got to do better there, and Dagar slow to react. Himasha scampered off for yet another try in the corner, followed by a wonderful conversion to make it a 2-score game. Conversion of his own doing, following his own try. Cheeky little tongue out, he knows he's scored. Excellent play here from Sri Lanka. The women to follow this in the final against Kazakhstan. They got the better of Kazakhstan yesterday, 12-5. However, Kazakhstan definitely played the better game. A couple of breakaway tries from Sri Lanka in the women's opening group stage match gifted them a victory after having very little ball. India get us underway. It looks a little close to the touchline. It's pretty good though. It's well taken. Advantage for... Sorry, I missed that. High tackle, perhaps. Sri Lanka ball. Cavadu Costa gifts it to number 3. Soisa taps. Sri Lanka just outside their own 22. Couple dummies coming. Driving. Offload well gathered on the edge. Keeps it alive by flicking it back. goes out of bounds. Ref doesn't like what he sees. It's a yellow for the try scorer, Dagar. He'll be back on in a couple minutes. There's still plenty of time to play. But that's the first yellow of this final. Sri Lanka opt for the scrum. Surya Bandara with the put-in number 1. And on comes the recognisable Madhusanka at loosehead. Strong scrum from India, but referee says not straight. Sauntering into India's half goes Sri Lanka. Good steal attempt, but great clear out from Madhusanka, retaining ball well. And here comes Kavadu Costa, puts in Himasha, and Himasha might put this game to bed. He scampers towards the post, and that is yet another try. 19-5. Himasha will probably attempt a conversion himself. No, he passes it off. Very versatile Sri Lankan team. They can all do a bit of everything here. He hands it over to Kavadu Costa. Not dead centre. I've seen him miss these. But if he makes this, we're looking at a 3-score game, and it could be curtains. He's missed it. 2 converted tries for India will suffice for a draw and perhaps extra time. That on your screen there was Sadiq Safayev, chairman of University of World Economy and Diplomacy, former ambassador to the USA, real champion of sport here in Uzbekistan. Oh, the whole government, their Olympic Committee, their Ministry of Sport, even the Ministry of Defence here hosting us today and this weekend, have sport really in their veins. And Uzbekistan have shown that, having returned 2 bronze medals in both the men's and the women's categories. Our referee from Kenya, Lawrence, by way of the UAE, calls time back on. Surya Bandara gets us underway. Decent looking kick. Contestable but well lifted and taken by number 8, Kumar Roy. He's had an excellent weekend. Dagar is back on after a brief sin bin. Good presentation, escaping the hands of the jackler. Long mispass. Referee brings it back. I think penalty for offside in favour of India. Can't quite see. Dagar sent off again. Came on early. I thought he was a bit quick to come on. It didn't seem like 2 minutes had passed. Must have been a little bit of a mistake there. He'll have to sit the rest of his sin bin out until it concludes. I'm not sure what the ruling will be on that one. I don't think you can penalise India for such perhaps an official mistake. I think it will be an Indian scrum. It will be. Kishore Maji has taken off his headgear, but he remains scrum half, with Singh hooking it back for him. Clean ball in their own 22, although a man down, India. David Munda draws the penalty for an early jackal, no release. Good spin out wide from twisting and turning, flirting with the forward pass, but that is some great speed from Kumar Roy. He manages to stay in as well. Kishore Maji gets an offload over the top. Rawat breaking away. Oh, forward looking, nothing given. Play on, say the referees. Padir on the ball. He shows and goes, and he gets under. He's going to need to get an extra 2 here. It's a difficult kick. If you don't make this, it's still a 2-score game. Pressure's on, I think, Kijor Maji for this kick. If this conversion is successful, followed by yet another Indian converted try, we will go to golden try. It'll be very exciting to see. Kishore Maji is wide. Ref put his hand in the sky as though it was given, although the touch judges didn't raise their flags. Great patience and recycling. Devendra Padir finding space and opening a gap for himself with a bit of a show and go. Madhusanka blocking any opportunity of making it closer to the sticks. It remains a 2-score game. India down by 9. And there's time left. India will be back to 7 men. Dagar is back on the field after fixing his sin bin. Balmiki hoists it high and deep. Gathered and risky bullet pass into their own 22 from Sri Lanka. Eaten up by David Munda inside. They're playing on their own 5-metre line now. Dagar looks for the steal. Madhusanka again with a great seal off in a legal sense. His clearing out today has been excellent and saved a couple turnovers from this loitering Indian defence. Wayward pass. Don't think that was an intentional skip. Well gathered by Costa. He recycles centrally to Madhusanka, who takes it in, looks for the offload, but not going to risk it there in their own 22. Sri Lanka still just happy to have ball in hand, even if it's in their own 22. Fakes the hitch kick. Kavadu Costa at the base of the ruck. Slings it centrally again. Shows and goes. He might break away here. Dilshan, Janadu Dilshan streaking away. Is he going to go 100 metres and seal the deal? I think he will. And that is us all but over here in Tashkent. The favourites are the favourites for a reason. Sri Lanka are going to go home with a gold to their name. Fantastic work by Janadu Dilshan, taking it to the house. 100 metres and a formality for Saranga Tenekun to pop it over and say good night. "16-point game. It's all but over here in Tashkent. Perhaps a consolation try from India to save some face, although they shouldn't be disappointed with themselves. They've had an excellent weekend, going undefeated until they played Sri Lanka this morning, and again Sri Lanka in the final. High ball on the restart, gathered by the kickers. Sri Lanka, they're going to look for another one. Ball to boot, and it looks like he's streaking away for another try. That is Surya Bandara to seal the deal even further. An extra nail in the coffin for India. Sri Lanka never really kicking this weekend, but they know this game's done. They can try a thing or two. And they've really put an exclamation point on this tournament. They are showing that they are the best in town, even if they're going to slice some kicks like that, as Lawrence, the ref, by way of the UAE, brings an end to this men's final. India should be happy with themselves, despite a couple of losses to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, simply fantastic. Janadu Dilshan taking it to the house end to end. They've got some serious athletes and some serious rugby players in this squad, despite some staying back home for some 15s matches against the likes of a New Zealand squad under 85 kilos. And they were just pipped in that game. They've not been pipped once here in Tashkent. Sri Lanka go home. Gold medals galore. The trophy ceremony will follow our final match of the weekend. Kazakhstan versus Sri Lanka in the women's final. Don't go anywhere. India did open the scoring here, but a strong reply from a strong Sri Lankan side was enough to overpower Sri Lanka and their opening scorer, Dagar, who had a good game. Unfortunate to get a yellow card early in the second half. Himasha once again scoring one of many tries this weekend. Kishore Manji failing to get the restart under control. A real turning point in this game. It's the little things that can make a world of difference. And from there, Sri Lanka romped on home. Some good play. Padir getting a lovely try here, showing right, showing left, and under he went. Kazakhstan, Sri Lanka, our final match, match 36 of the weekend. Hotly anticipated women's final. Central Asia and South Asia clash once more in this inaugural CASA tournament. Here we are, the women are coming onto the field right now in this final event, brought to you by the University of World Economy and Diplomacy with the support of the Uzbek Commodity Exchange, TBC Bank, our kit sponsors, Avid Sports for the ball, and support from Sri Lanka too with the kits. We're going to have another round of Sri Lankan anthems as well as Kazakh. Apologies, Gordon is our official match kit sponsor. They are kitting out the Sri Lankans as we listen to national anthems from our two female finalists. rousing national anthems from Central and South Asia, from Kazakhstan and Sri Lanka as we get this final underway. Great to see a local referee officiating this final match of the weekend. Vladimir Pavlenko, local Tashkenter, will oversee what will be a fantastic final. Sri Lanka take a knee. Kazakhstan in their usual huddle. Vladimir Pavlenko looks for a ball, it comes. I think Rasanjali will get us underway here from Sri Lanka. An excellent kicker in that blue scrum hat. Keep an eye on her. Sri Lanka got the best of Kazakhstan in the group stages with 2 breakaway tries to make it 12-5. Kazakhstan played mostly with ball in hand. They start off deep into their own half. It goes dead, in fact. We go back to the centre circle, or centre line, I should say. This isn't football, this is even better. This is CASA Sevens. Kazakhstan get us truly underway here. Crashing into Rasanjali, it all goes backwards, it's all okay. They brace for contact and look to reset. Kazakhstan with the ball on the halfway line. Grishina plays like a number 8 with number 8 on her back. Powerful runner. Plays it off to one of the Kuznetsovas. 14 being Angelina. Kazibekova gets it out wide to Shadrina. Shadrina recycles, but it's forward. Sri Lanka will have the put-in just inside Sri Lankan territory. Sorry, Sri Lanka will have the put-in just inside Kazakh territory. Rasanjali all over the shop, in a good sense. With the put-in here, she'll have a kick here and there. Wouldn't be surprised if she gets a try or an assist to boot. Pressure from Kazakhstan. It's a bit early. Lolita Buteris giving away an easy penalty. The Sri Lankans tap and go, breaking into the Kazakh half. It's a looping pass. Referee calls yet another forward pass as it landed in the hands of Idusha Pereira, one of the top try scorers this weekend. However, she doesn't get her chance to show her worth there. But another one to keep an eye on as Vladimir Pavlenko sets up the second scrum of this match. Lolita Buteris will play into her hooker Oksana Shadrina. Clean ball, she breaks blind. Although it's loose, it's all gone backwards. I think it's an advantage for an offside. Grishina slings it into her 22, all safe though. Semenova attacks brilliantly, breaking towards and over the 10-meter line. Still in their own half though, Kazakhstan. Again, an advantage, I think, for offside. Grishina, ball in hand. Bounces off Rasanjali. Rasanjali comes back for more. Buteris plays it from the base. Support from Angelina Kuznetsova. Finds Shadrina. She draws in too. Recycle comes a little bit slow. Steps outside Pereira. Lolita Buteris keeps going. Finds a lovely offload. Kazakhstan breaking in. Oh, it's out the back door, but just dropped by Grishina. As Kazakhstan entered the Sri Lankan half for the first time, they dropped the ball forward. It's going to be a Sri Lankan scrum. Rasanjali, ball in hand. Rasanjali to her hooker Wijeti Laka. Grishina breaks early but wraps up Rasanjali as she pushes towards the halfway line. bit more contact than Sri Lanka would want. Again, Grishina wrapping up Wijitilaka. She looks to get it loose, but Lolita Buteris is there to snatch it away. Good safe ruck from Grishina. Angelina Kuznetsova plays it wide. Shadrina once again wide, finds the offload. Kuznetsova involved once more, takes it short. Just a foot in touch before she can get that pass away. Line out Sri Lanka, still 0-0 after a few minutes have passed. Rasanjali with the throw-in. Kuznetsova to be lifted for Kazakhstan. Wijitilaka to be lifted as Vladimir Pavlenko ushers the defensive line back. They were not 10. Wijitilaka doesn't jump. They play to the first receiver of the line out. It works. They've got ball. Rasanjali at first receiver. Good hands. Can't get Pereira away. Sri Lanka streaking down the right wing. I don't think anyone's going to catch her. We might get our opening score here as she pins her ears back and Kuznetsova can't get there. We do. We have an opening score here in the final. That's number 11 for Sri Lanka, Dilrukshi. She gets it near to the posts to hopefully make this a 7-point game for Sri Lanka. Plenty of time here to be played. Been a bit more of an even match than the opening fixture between these two. Sri Lanka having much more of the ball than they did in the first matchup. Rasanjali gets it perhaps with the outside of her boot and it goes right. Dilrukshi on the score sheet. As we go back to the centre, Rasanjali will get us underway again. 5-0 here. Bit of a grubber restart, but it finds grass and it's a bit awkward. It's off a knee. Referee doesn't call anything about that. Lolita Buteris cleans up her own little fumble. Breaking off a tackle is Semenova. She's ripped down by two Sri Lankans. Buteris takes contact. No, she doesn't. Plays just before. Grishina slings it wide. I think we have Victoria Kuznetsova breaking away on the wing. She could go all the way, but Pereira's in tail, and she's an awfully quick player. The Sri Lankan number 7. It's not Kuznetsova, it's Berejnaya, and she's got some pace to her. Pereira doesn't give up and brings her down just short of the 5. She puts the ball and releases and goes herself again. She now presents and Grishina's there, but the steal is good on their own try line. They tap and go almost instantly. They are told not to take it to the 5-meter line. Number 9 for Sri Lanka, Krishna Kumari, loses it in contact. Its ball is Lolita Buteris, but referee blows not 10, I don't think. It was a good effort from Berejnaya, but she was hounded down by Pereira. And Krishna Kumari worked ever so well to get back and get that steal. And Wijitilaka will tap and kick out of bounds to bring an end to this first half. 5-0 Sri Lanka. Very little between the two here in a hot and sunny Tashkent. Temperatures remain near enough 35 degrees. Kazakhstan doing well to limit the likes of Idusha Pereira. Getting very close to equalising. Natalia Berejnaya almost going all the way. But the only thing that separates them right now is a try from Dilrukshi. breaking down the right wing, although not converted. It leaves us at 5-0. Here we have Berezhnaya, just caught shy by Pereira. She did well to release, get up and go again. But the try scorer, Dilrukshi, got her, and a lovely jackal from Krishna Kumari got them a vital penalty on their own try line. The women hoping to follow the men from Sri Lanka, bringing a home gold to Colombo. Kazakhstan to get us underway here in the second half, the last 7 minutes of CASA rugby this weekend. I believe that's Semenova of Kazakhstan to play it deep. Perhaps Kazibekova, I think number 3. It was Kazibekova with the restart and the tackle. Ball's there in their own half for Sri Lanka. Rasanjali jinks and jives, finds a bit of space and the offload, and down the centre go Sri Lanka, missing a tackle or Kazakhstan, and away goes number 2, chased. She's going to hold up, look for support. Wijethi Laka finds it at the 22. Into Kazakh territory, Sri Lanka go. Idusha Pereira, patient, plays prior to contact. Dilrukshi goes to the corner and gets a brace. A second try from Dilrukshi, doubling the score of Sri Lanka here in the final, 10-0. Sri Lanka with 2 breakaway tries in their first match. These 2 so far have been much more well worked, systematic and clinical, technical tries from Sri Lanka. Not just speed, lovely weight on the pass from Idusha Pereira to put Dilrukshi in for her second try. Unable to convert is Rasanjali as she takes some water and jogs back to the centre. Lovely pass there from Pereira to put her teammate in the corner. Grishina can't get across in time. 10-0. Rasanjali with the restart. Deep it goes, edge of the 22 gathered by Kazakhstan. They're going to need a try pretty pronto if they want to get a look at that gold medal. And it's knocked on just outside the 22. It's an accidental offside as well. It's a penalty rather than a scrum. Sri Lanka ball. Lolita Buteris doesn't quite understand why, but it's a right call from Vladimir Pavlenko. Scrum called at the penalty by Sri Lanka, chopping off a few seconds and setting up a nice set piece. Dilrukshi and Pereira waiting out wide will be desperate to get their hands on another ball and perhaps another try. Scrum down, Rasanjali again to Wijethi Laka at hooker. Krishna Kumari with a wonderful jackal in the first half, saving Sri Lanka at loose head. Early shove, Rasanjali goes, not 10. Loose ball, advantage being played. Rasanjali at the base of the ruck. They sling it now. Pereira and Dilrukshi will get a chance to do what they do. Pereira, there you go, a lovely pass. It's not Dilrukshi, it's Sath Sarani who gets very close and pops it inside to Lianagi, who takes a hit at the end by Lolita Buteris, but she scored nonetheless. It's 15-0 to Sri Lanka. They're looking very likely to get she does not want to get up. She took a knee to the head, I think, as she was scoring that vital, perhaps clinching try as Sri Lanka make this a 3-score game. Wijethi Laka with the extras to come. It's getting away from Kazakhstan now, and it's a bit of an ugly kick, but it's still a 3-score game. Lovely work from the substitute, Sath Sarani, to blister down the left wing and pop it in to Lianagi. Lianagi getting on the scoreboard here Buteris came in hard as she slid in for that third try for Sri Lanka. That might be the end of Lianagi's tournament, as we have about 3 or 4 minutes left to go here in Tashkent. Vladimir Pavlenko just having a word with, I think, the captain Kazibekova, perhaps about that Lolita Buteris knee on Lianagi. Rasanjali assesses what to do, asks for the time. Deep kick it goes, gathered by Kazibekova. To the left wing it goes, perhaps a bit of crossing, yes. It is. Throwing the ball away, and it's a yellow card. I think we're about to see the end. They're getting marched an extra 10. Kazakh heads being lost a little bit here in the final. Scrum down called again from the penalty. That's Angelina Kuznetsova, frustrated with the scoreline, throwing the ball away and probably seeing the end of her tournament as Sri Lanka bring on a couple of subs. Rasanjali, an excellent game, is off, and I think Wijitalaka is too, as we have a scrum and a nice looking set piece for Sri Lanka coming. Idusha Pereira not scored in this game, perhaps the first game of the weekend that she hasn't. Sath Sarani wrapped up high. Lianagi is still going despite taking a head knock. Fighting in contact, it might be stripped. I think a knee's on the floor, they've got to release. Lianagi at the base, she plays it wide. Idusha Pereira rethinks where she's going. She comes back laterally, even backwards, looking for support. She finds a good pass and a good bit of space for a fourth and perhaps final try. I believe it's number 9, Krishna Kumari. Very few who deserve it more than Krishna Kumari. The reason Sri Lanka have kept Kazakhstan out. She gets a try of her own, puts an exclamation point on this game, just as the men did in the previous one. Wijitalaka is still on the park, looking to add an extra 2. Not that it matters too much. It will make it a 4-point game. Sorry, a 4-score game. No good under the bar. We've still got a little bit left to play, but it's all but over here in Tashkent. A 6-player Kazakhstan, never really been able to get themselves into this game. Slim chance with Berezhnaya streaking away in the first half, but chased down by a wonderful weekend of Pereira Idusha. Bit cheeky here from Krishna Kumari as she scored that try. Krishina gets and hacks it into the air, gathered by Disyanka. No turnover coming, a bit offside perhaps, but ref says play on. Here comes Idusha Pereira with a switch inside. Sath Sarani is chopped down, but a penalty was coming offside from Kazakhstan. Perhaps another scrum down. They'll opt for the tap. I think they want to try now that it's a done deal. Miss pass over the top, gathered well. Krishna Kumari, no it's not, it's number 5, Rasanjali. No, it's not Kumari, sorry, it's number 5. I think we're away again, a step inside and she could go all herself, but no, she passes it back inside to Kumari. Kumari puts yet another exclamation mark on it. It's 25-0. Sri Lanka running up the score. But again, they're probably happy with this close-out performance. Kazakhstan with one look at a try, but it did not come. Sri Lanka taking every opportunity they can get. Lianagi here for the conversion, and it's good. And it's game. It's 2 goals for Sri Lanka. Hands in the air, hugs galore. Sri Lanka are all victorious in this inaugural CASA event. Kazakhstan disappointed not even to get a score on the board. But they've done ever so well to get to the final. They got to the final with the best record as well, a loss coming to Sri Lanka. But Sri Lanka did have a loss and a draw in the group stage. However, Sri Lanka just too much in the final. Rasanjali having an excellent performance. Idusha Pereira quiet in this final, but she's had a wonderful weekend. Now the Kazakhs have played awfully well. Semenova, powerful as ever. Grishina, hammering home at times, but never enough to get over the line. Dilrukshi open to scoring. Sprinting down the right wing. As Sri Lanka will lift 2 trophies this afternoon. This opportunity from Berezhnaya, not quite enough. Excellent work from Pereira and Krishna Kumari, along with Dilrukshi, the try scorer, to hound her down and get that steal at the very end. The music starts, the drums go, the horns go, the flags are waving. It's been a wonderful weekend of rugby. Sri Lanka all victorious, Uzbekistan with a couple of bronzes to their name, India with a silver in the men's and Kazakhstan with a silver in the women's. Lovely free-flowing, offloading rugby. Lianagi there getting one of her own. Our stream will come to an end very shortly. My name's been Finlay. It's been a pleasure to host this with you this weekend. I hope you've all enjoyed some fantastic rugby brought to you by the University of World Economy and Diplomacy here in Tashkent with the help of Gordon, the kit sponsor from Sri Lanka, Avid Sport, the ball sponsor, TBC Bank here in Uzbekistan, the Uzbek Commodity Exchange, and the new alliance of 12 Central and South Asian rugby nations. CASA rugby is off the ground. It's not only off the ground, it's got off to a flying start here in Tashkent. There'll be plenty more to come in the future, and there'll be plenty more rugby, perhaps even from those that were not here today, such as Afghanistan, such as Bangladesh, and other signatories of this new alliance, this new force in rugby, not just in regional or Asian rugby, but world rugby. You'll see these names again, you'll see these faces again, you'll see Uzbekistan again, I am sure. Hard fought, probably a little disappointed, bittersweet to get third place. They were just beat to the final by Sri Lanka on points difference. But they're smiling for the most part, perhaps not the lads, but they should be. They had a great weekend. Fantastic weekend with the support of the military, with the support of the Uzbek Ministry of Sport and Defence. Sport here really is integrated into education and culture in a way I've rarely seen. And those that had a tough weekend, like the Kyrgyz, they'll be back, they'll be wanting more, they'll be looking for wins and tries galore. I'm going to move over to the mic in the stadium and move away from the mic on the stream soon enough as the teams come out. It's been a pleasure to host this weekend, my first ever commentating experience. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've done a decent job. Although my effort pales in comparison to that of the players this weekend and our organisers too. You can see all the soldiers from the military and the Ministry of Defence of Uzbekistan that helped set up such a wonderful tournament here. Hopefully themselves interested in rugby going forward, as their Uzbek compatriots have put up an absolute wonderful display, bringing on 2 bronzes. All the teams will be coming out for this ceremony here at the sports complex of the Ministry of Defence in sunny Tashkent. Please like and subscribe to this new channel as it starts to fly. There'll be plenty more events to come, I'm sure, across the member states. following Friday's signing of a memorandum of understanding. Sri Lanka gold this time, but they were pushed to get there. The likes of India and Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan in the women's really got the best out of them. The horns are going once more, the drums are banging. It's going to turn into quite a party affair, I think, here in Tashkent. You can probably hear that now down the stream. I think I might leave you there once more. And my name's been Finlay. It's been an absolute pleasure to host this fantastic weekend of rugby for you here in Tashkent. Sri Lankans coming home with double gold. Perhaps the favourites throughout, but they were pushed, as I said. Kyrgyzstan front and centre there in red. Perhaps no wins, a couple tries to their names, but they will be back for more along with the women. They will not be too disheartened after a tough weekend of rugby. India, men and women being pipped in their playoff and finals, will be back for more. They did leave some players back home as their even professional league gets off the ground once more. So I'm going to leave you there, everyone. My name's once more been Finlay. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you stay and watch the ceremony here, you might hear my voice once more over the microphone. It's been a fantastic weekend of rugby. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you've enjoyed watching wherever you are in the world. It shan't be long until the next CASA event. Follow them on Instagram, follow them on any social media that should have an account, and of course like and subscribe wherever you're watching. Most likely on YouTube or Asia Rugby. Be back for more, because there will be. It's a sport that's only growing in this part of the world, across these regions, with a shared vision of cultural and sport interaction and exchange. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I. Good afternoon, good evening and good night, everybody. Come back for more. It'll be just around the corner, I'm sure. Take care. See you later.
Assalomu alaykum hurmatli bugungi tantanali tadbir ishtirokchilari, aziz mehmonlar. Markaziy Osiyo va Janubiy Osiyo mamlakatlari o'rtasida sport hamkorligini rivojlantirish, regbi sportini ommalashtirish hamda mintaqaviy integratsiyani mustahkamlash maqsadida o'tkazilayotgan sportning regbi 7 turi bo'yicha Markaziy va Janubiy Osiyo chempionatiga xush kelibsiz.
Assalamu alaikum, distinguished guests of today's ceremony. Welcome to the Central and South Asia Rugby Sevens Championship, organized with the aim of developing sport cooperation between the countries of Central and South Asia, promoting the sport of rugby and strengthening regional integration.
CASA quyidagi tashkilotlarga o'z minnatdorchiligini bildiradi. O'zbekiston Respublikasi tovar xomashyo birjasi, Jahon iqtisodiyoti va diplomatiya universiteti, O'zbekiston Respublikasi Mudofaa vazirligi, O'zbekiston Respublikasi sport vazirligi, O'zbekiston Respublikasi Milliy olimpiya qo'mitasi, Avid Sport, Gordon, World Tergevi, Aziya Regbi, O'zbekiston Regbi Federatsiyasi hamda barcha volontyorlarga mehmondo'stligi, tashkilotchiligi va ajratgan vaqti uchun samimiy minnatdorchilik izhor etadi.
CASA would like to thank Uzbek Commodity Exchange, the University of World Economy and Diplomacy, Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Ministry of Sport of the Republic of Uzbekistan, National Olympic Committee of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Avid Sports, Gordon, World Rugby, Asia Rugby, Uzbekistan Rugby Federation, and all the volunteers for their hospitality, organization, and time.
Aziz mehmonlar, hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar, qadrli yurtdoshlar, tadbirimizni ochib berish va tabrik uchun so'z O'zbekiston Respublikasi Oliy Majlisi Senati raisining birinchi o'rinbosari, O'zbekiston Regbi Federatsiyasi raisi Sodiq Safoyev janobi oliylarini guldiroz qarsiylar bilan davramizga taklif etamiz.
We welcome to the stage First Deputy Chairman of the Senate of Oliy Majlis and the Uzbekistan Rugby Federation, His Excellency Sodiq Safoyev.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to everyone. Hamma ishtirokchilarni bugungi tarixiy hodisa bilan chin qalbimdan tabriklayman. Birinchi tarixda Markaziy va Janubiy Osiyo regbi turniri aynan Toshkentda bo'ldi va bu nihoyatda katta bayram. Men o'ylaymanki, bu yerda eng katta g'alaba bu do'stlik g'alabasi bo'ldi. Sizlarni chin qalbimdan tabriklayman. I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to all participants, to all teams, all delegations coming from 14 countries of Central and South Asia with participation in first ever rugby tournament of CASA. I think it is a historic moment, and I think that the main winner was a friendship, partnership, and rugby community. Sincere congratulations to all of you. I watched every game, switching on YouTube, and I noticed that it's widely covered and widely watched. Many comments from different parts of the world, and it demonstrated that it was great success. I think that it was the first but not last one. We're looking forward for next CASA tournament. I don't know where, but definitely next year. Now it's time to start ceremony for official award to the winners. And I'd like once again to express my gratitude to all organizers of this event, from Uzbekistan, from Asia Rugby, all volunteers from University of World Economy Diplomacy, and of course the Ministry of Defense for wonderful organizing this tournament. Congratulations. Hammanglarga katta rahmat. Ishlaringizda muvaffaqiyat tilayman.
Tashakkur. Aziz mehmonlar, diqqat qiling, O'zbekiston Respublikasi davlat madhiyasi jarang sochadi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Assalom ona yurt, tonglar o'lkasi, ta'rif tavsifingning yo'q nihoyasi. Senga bag'ishlanur muqaddas qo'shiq, bu o'zbek elining o'z madhiyasi.
Guldiroz qarsaklar. Aziz mehmonlar, hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar, qadrli mehmonlar, diqqat qiling, barchangizga maroqli hordiq tilagan holatda sahnamiz badiiy markazida Qurolli Kuchlar ashula raqs ansambli tomonidan konsert dasturi namoyish etiladi.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome you to enjoy a parade by the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Maydonlarni tutib esosda, vatanga muhabbat har ovoz sozda, ko'ngil orom olar shod muxlis dili, markaziy ashula va raqs ansambli. Dunyo xazinasi Qadim Osiyoning tengsiz dilbari, tarixdan beqiyos illar saqlari. Bu mening chamanim, bu mening vatanim, bu mening jonim O'zbekistonim. Bu mening chamanim, bu mening vatanim, bu mening jonim O'zbekistonim.
Qo'shiqlar guldastasi. Bangladesh.
আমি থাংলামাইদে দামার ছেলে আমার কেশের হো আমার তাজা রক্তে দিয়ে হবে আমার জো আমি থাংলামাইদে দামার ছেলে আমার কেশের হো আমার তাজা রক্তে দিয়ে হবে আমার জো বাংলা আমার মায়ের ভাষা বাংলা আমার দেশ জিনোয়ে থেকে সুখত মিয়েছি দুর্ব সোনার দেশ আমি লিডার আমি বাংলাদেশ আমি লিডার আমি বাংলাদেশ কারো জন্য আমি খানই এগিয়ে যাওয়ার এই সময় আমাদের মেঘুর তৈ আমিরাই করো পুজো কারণ জন্য অপেক্ষা নয় এগিয়ে যাওয়ার এই সময় আমাদের আর মেঘুর তৈ আমিরাই করো পুজো আমি লিডার আমি বাংলাদেশ আমি লিডার আমি বাংলাদেশ
Hindistan. Hey! What? India.
तेरे पास ही मैं ना रहा हूँ अपनी बाहें खोल दे जोर से मुझको गले लगा ले मुझको फिर वो प्यार दे तू ही जिंदगी है तू ही मेरी मोहब्बत है तेरी ही पैरों में जन्नत है तू ही दिल तू जा अम्मा तुझे सलाम माँ तुझे सलाम अम्मा तुझे सलाम माँ तुझे सलाम
Kazakhstan. Hey! Ayyara.
Tulparlık tuğurunda yer bulup kumurunda Kımbat koy hayran elin imandı ulumunda Bastan söz asırmağan ervağın asıldağan Dasturxan ak değili şayılıp jasırmağan Anasın asılım der, anasın kasırım der Ölümden yak küçtü der, urpağın özürülmek Kur'an'ın ardaktaydı, şecere paraktaydın Kızları kıdırından, yeş kaçan julapaydı Yeş kaçan julapaydı Anasın asılım der, atasın kasırım der Ölümden yak küçtü der, urpağın özürülmek Kur'an'ın ardaktaydı, şecere paraktaydın Kızları kıdırından, yeş kaçan julapaydı Yeş kaçan julapaydı
Kirgiziya. Hey!
Aya sensin meni suygan tumarim.
Kırgızistan.
Suyganimde biroq sağan aytmadim. Ishga jahon ortin qaytib shartmadim. Talay güldür, talay yıldır o'tsa-da, yuragimdir ishqim kelar satmadim. Tumarim, ay tumarim, ay sensin meni suygan tumarim. Tumarim, Zumaraydi xulday keldi ah qaya, usta ishi tunja erta ah qayin. Omjuluda ekomiz deb bormadik, to'sib jurg'i ekomiz deb ah qaya. Meni suygan tumarim, tumarim, tumarim. Men askarman, yurt asrarman, neyni bo'ronlarni yenggan.
Badiiy maydonimizda harbiylarimizning qo'l jangi chiqishlari.
Sarhadlarni g'animlardan. Men askarman, ajdodlarim bek bo'lgan. Sulton Jaloliddin Temurbek bo'lgan. Temur Malik Shoh Bobur mirzolar, qalblarida ozodlik u erk bo'lgan. Men askarman, ko'ksim to'la iftixor, boshim uzra osmonim bor beg'ubor. Men o'chirman kalxatga kun yo'q ko'kda, bu cho'qqilar g'ururimdek burdi qor. Men askarman, kuch olaman tarixdan, Samarqand, Buxoroy sharifdan. Yurak tumonimda vatan nomi bor, dilim ojiz unga maqtov tarifdan. Men askarman, safda hushyor o'g'lonman, mudofaada tinchlik uchun qalqonman. Qutlug' makon ikki daryo o'rtasi, shu makonga jonini tikkan arsonman. Yurtni
Mudofaa vazirligi harbiylari.
Aziz mehmonlar, aziz yurtdoshlar, hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar, ana endi taqdirlash marosimini amalga oshiramiz. Ayni daqiqalarda davramiz tomon medal va sovrinlarni topshirish marosimiga aziz mehmonlarimizni taklif etamiz. Qahramon Jalilov, CASA asoschisi va koordinatori, janob oliylari Sodiq Safayev, O'zbekiston Regbi Federatsiyasi prezidenti, polkovnik Alisher Narbayev, O'zbekiston Respublikasi Mudofaa vaziri o'rinbosari, Sayyora Ayupova, O'zbekiston Respublika tovar xomashyo birjasi boshqaruvi direktori, Rizal Saad, World Regbi Osiyo bo'yicha mintaqaviy hamkorlik menejeri, Benjamin van Royen, Asiya Regbi bosh ijrochi direktori.
For handing over of medals and trophies, we welcome Qahramon Jalilov, CASA founding convener, His Excellency Sodiq Safayev, Uzbekistan Rugby Federation President, Colonel Alisher Narbayev, Deputy Minister of Defense of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Sayora Ayupova, Uzbek Commodity Exchange Board Director, Ritzal Saad, World Rugby Regional Partnership Manager for Asia, and Benjamin van Royen, Asia Rugby Chief Executive Officer.
Regbi CASA 7 erkaklar o'rtasida turning eng yaxshi o'yinchi sovrini g'olibi Himasha Ramita jamoasi Guldiroz qarsagiylar. Ushbu jamoaga sovrinni topshirish uchun davramizga Benjamin van Royenni taklif etamiz.
May I invite Benjamin van Royen to hand out the CASA Sevens Men's Player of the Tournament trophy to Himasha Ramita from Sri Lanka.
Tashakkur. Ana endi regbi 7 ayollar o'rtasidagi turning eng yaxshi o'yinchisi sovrindori Mahak Choaxon jamoasi Guldiroz qarsagiylar. Ushbu jamoaga ham sovrinni topshirish uchun Benjamin van Royen janoblari o'z qo'llari bilan topshiradilar. Marhamat.
May I invite Benjamin van Royen to hand out the CASA Sevens Women's Player of the Tournament trophy to Mahak Chauhan.
Tashakkur. Erkaklar jamoalari o'rtasidagi bronza medallari g'olibi O'zbekiston jamoasi Guldiroz qarsagiylar. Aynan ushbu jamoa uchun medallarni Rizal Saati taklif qilamiz. O'zbekiston jamoasiga o'z qo'llari ila topshirib qo'yadilar. Marhamat, Guldiroz qarsagiylar, aziz mehmonlar, qo'llab-quvvatlab turamiz.
May I invite Ritzal Saad to hand out the bronze medals to the Uzbekistan men's team.
Tashakkur, muborak bo'lsin. Erkaklar jamoasi o'rtasidagi medallarni, g'oliblarni bugungi kundan ajoyib foto sahifalar tomon muhrlab qo'yamiz. Tashakkur. G'oliblarimizga sovrinlar muborak bo'lsin. Ana endi ayollar jamoalari o'rtasidagi bronza medallari g'oliblari O'zbekiston jamoasi guldiroz qarsagilar ushbu jamoaga ham Ridzal Saad janoblari sovrinlarni topshiradilar. Marhamat.
May I invite Ridzal Saad to hand out the bronze medals to the Uzbekistan women's team.
Tashakkur, muborak bo'lsin ayollarimizga ham ushbu sovrinlar. Aziz mehmonlar, ana endi erkaklar jamoalari o'rtasidagi kumush medallari sohibi Hindiston jamoasi guldiroz qarsagilar ushbu jamoaga sovrinlarni polkovnik Alisher Narbayev janoblari topshiradilar. Marhamat.
May I invite Colonel Alisher Narbayev to hand out the silver medals to the India men's team.
Hindiston jamoasini ham ushbu medallar bilan muborakbod etamiz. Ularni ham bugungi kundan ajoyib tarixiy zarvaraqlar, ya'ni ajoyib foto sahifalar tomon muhrlab qo'yamiz. Rahmat, tashakkur, muborak bo'lsin. Ana endi aziz mehmonlar, ayollar jamoalari o'rtasidagi kumush medallar sohiblari Qozog'iston jamoasi Guldiroz qarsagilar ushbu jamoaga ushbu sovrinlarni polkovnik Alisher Narbayev janoblari taqdim etadilar.
May I now invite Colonel Alisher Narbayev to hand out the silver medals to the Kazakhstan women's team.
Qozog'iston jamoasiga ushbu sovrinlar muborak bo'lsin. Ana endi aziz mehmonlar, hayajonli daqiqalar. Regbi 7 turining mutlaq g'olibi Sri Lanka erkaklar jamoasini Guldiroz qarsagilar bilan tabriklab qo'yamiz. Ushbu jamoani davramiz tomon taklif etamiz va oltin medallarni topshirish uchun janobi oliylari Sodiq Safoyev janoblari va Sayyora Ayupovani taklif etamiz.
May I now invite His Excellency Sadiq Safayev and Sayora Ayupova to hand out the gold medals to the Sri Lanka men's team, the winners of CASA 7s.
Regbi 7 g'oliblari bo'lgan Sri Lanka jamoasiga kubokni topshirish uchun Qahramon Jalilovni taklif etamiz. Marhamat.
May I now invite Qahramon Jalilov to hand out the trophy to the winners of the CASA 7s to the Sri Lanka men's team.
Shri Lanka erkaklar jamoasini tabriklaymiz, qutlaymiz, muborak bo'lsin deymiz. Aziz mehmonlar, ana endi regbi 7 ayollar o'rtasidagi turnir g'olibi bo'lgan Shri Lanka ayollar jamoasiga oltin medallarni topshirish uchun yana bir bor janobi oliylari Sodiq Safoyevni taklif etamiz.
Congratulations to the Sri Lanka men's team on winning the CASA Sevens. May I now invite again His Excellency Sodiq Safoyev and Sayura Ayupova to hand out the gold medals to the Sri Lanka women's team, winners of CASA Sevens.
Aziz mehmonlar va nihoyat regbi 7 g'olibi bo'lgan ayollar jamoasiga kubokni topshirish uchun yana bir bor janobi oliylari Sodiq Safoyevni taklif etamiz.
May I now invite His Excellency Sodiq Safoyev to hand out the trophy to the winners of the CASA Sevens to the Sri Lanka women's team.
Aziz mehmonlarimizga muborak bo'lsin sovrinlar deb qolamiz hamda Mongoliya va Shri Lankadan tashrif buyurgan aziz mehmonlarimizga Qurolli Kuchlar ashula raqs ansambli tomonidan ajoyib qo'shiqlar, ajoyib konsert dasturini namoyish etamiz. Muborak bo'lsin, ajoyib fotosahifalar ham birgalikda amalga oshirilmoqda. Aziz mehmonlar, konsert dasturimiz sizlar uchun.
Ketdik. Salomat bo'linglar. Mongolia.
Kering alha tavur tavur tavur tavur gineko tavunga kilhe şikşerigin şigir şigir şigir şigir gineko zan kering alha tavur tavur tavur tavur gineko turgan kilhe şikşer.
Thank you for joining us for the trophy presentation. You are welcome to dance and welcome to leave.
Kering alha tavur tavur tavur tavur gineko Emin kildi keşik şerigin şigir şigir şigir şigir gineko Antığın ayyadıha Tavur tavur tavur tavur
We invite everyone to have a dance.
Arvanga kildi keşik şerigin şigir şigir şigir şigir gineko
Pakistan. Hey Pakistan.
Barcha kelgan mehmonlarimizni raqslarga taklif etamiz.
Mezbonlardan iltimos. Marhaba.
Sevulda sahi şahbaz kalandır, damadım mast kalandır, Alida pehlanandır, damadım mast kalandır, sahi şahbaz kalandır. Ho lale meri hay, lale meri. Ho char chirag tere badna hamesha, char chirag tere badna hamesha. पंजवा में बाड़ल आया बाड़ा झूले लाड़ने हो पंजवा में बाड़ल नाले बजा गड़ी याले बला झूले लाड़ने सिंदरे दा सेवुले दा सही शाबाज कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर सही शाबाज कलंदर हो लाले मेरी
Sri Lanka. Hey! Hey! Yeah! Marhaba!
اسمع جلالية أجي اسمع جالية قلت أي ربان ما جه تريدنا أهيكي وبهن الدكة تعال تمسك مباني مهجر أي وانا نقيس ما هدنا مانيكي معنا دريت كوكو قاليا مدي تباركت على بنتيا وحسي وإكت يمنين موكنا وحسي من حادتي أن تقول لي صدا Many